Bodoky.
You have got a couple of fans out in the audience, Lois Bodoky. My goodness, it's wonderful to see you.
Thank you.
How are you?
Wonderful to be here.
Yeah, you look beautiful as ever.
Oh, come on.
No, I'm serious.
That's the Irish.
That's the Irish in me, that's
the
right.
Irish.
And I haven't even been drinking yet. Well, a little bit, but not too much. Hey, we're going to start off the interview. Lois had a couple of things that she says I was not allowed to talk about. So we're going to just go ahead and recite that in case there's questions from the audience. But she said in no shape or form was she going to talk about politics, religion, or sex. So those are right off the bat. We're not even going to talk about those. Right?
Right.
That's right. So what are you doing right now? Let me ask you this. How did you get started selling hot dogs?
Well, I had a beauty shop in Burlington.
Okay.
On Cherry Street. Some older people remember it. Burned down.
Did you leave the curling iron on overnight? Is that why it burned down?
Yeah. How did you know?
Did it really?
How did you?
That's not really true. You're a jokester.
That
I'm
was
telling
a
you.
big fire.
It was a big fire, and that was on Cherry Street?
No, it was actually the dime store in front.
Okay.
Yeah, they had a bunch of stuff down there they shouldn't have, and it exploded, and it burned half of church.
Wait a minute, they had some stuff that they shouldn't have had? Like
That's
like
right.
what?
Like combustibles.
Oh, okay, like hairspray.
Yeah, and paint. Paint.
Oh, and paint?
Paint.
Yes, because I'm always getting painted when I go to the beauty
I think
shop.
a lot of people remember. We hope they use the right kind of paint on you.
On me,
if they're
right,
gonna do it.
exactly.
You're right. Some of it's harmful, you know. But anyhow, it burned down, and I had been in Europe, in New York City,
Yeah.
where all the vendors exist. So we came home, and what are we going to do for a living? And I said to my husband, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to put a hot dog cart on Church Street. You know what he said to me?
He said, you're crazy, Lois.
He did. He said, you've done some crazy things, but this is the craziest. And that was a challenge.
Oh, so you looked at that as a challenge.
That was a challenge.
So, and I can see John saying that you're crazy, too, for doing that. Now, this was 1972, is that
Yes.
correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, for those folks that may not remember, 1972, there were no cars on Church Street, or there were cars on Church Street. It was a traveling road at that point.
All cars and all the puke.
All the puke?
All the puke.
Oh, the puke. Oh, the smell. Oh, the smell. Okay. I wasn't quite sure, Lois.
It was
I've seen you at happy hour before. I know.
It was a real clash with the hot dog odor.
Oh, really? It was, huh?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
you know, is this what a hot dog smells like?
So you started up the cart. You actually were told you couldn't be on the street, and you petitioned against that and actually won. And from that point on, it was history, ladies and gentlemen. She was the first vendor on Church Street and was there for over 28 years. Isn't that correct? Yes. Unbelievable. And I think that's wonderful. You stood the test of time. I know that as a kid growing up, coming down to Burlington, being on Church Street, you were kind of like the lighthouse, because once you found Lois, you knew where to go on Church Street, I think.
And what to do.
And what to do.
Buy
and
a
if
hot
I didn't,
dog.
I'd ask you.
Buy a hot dog.
Right, exactly. We had fun in our first season with you. For those of you out there who remember our first season, we had Lois the hot dog lady and the word of the week. You folks remember that?
Yeah, we did. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, that was fun. In fact,
I got educated.
You got educated with all those words, huh?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, and I got educated because I would actually pronounce the words wrong on the show, and I would get emails from people because I would mispronounce it. I think we actually have the video of Lois the hot dog lady and the word of the week. Let's take a look.
Will it make you feel smart? Go at your wiener. Come on, let's take a peek. Here's Lois with the word of the week.
And there it is, word of the week, everybody.
Very good.
Now, I have to ask you a question, Lois, because I'm insanely jealous about this, but who does your hair?
Her name is Donna Bird.
Donna Bird?
Yes.
Donna Bird. And is Donna here tonight?
Well, I don't know unless she's in
Donna
the audience.
Bird, are you out in the audience tonight? Champ, you are not Donna Bird. She is not here. I know that you have some friends in the audience here this evening as well.
She worked for me. Yeah, she worked for me in the beauty shop.
And she still does your hair.
Yes.
And I think that's wonderful. And for the folks who want to catch up with Lois, Lois is out on not on Church Street anymore, but over in Costco. You're one of the food samplers. So she's always there eating. Is that what that means? That's not what that means?
That means they get to eat.
Oh, you serve the people.
They get to eat.
Oh, what's the funnest thing that you got to serve over there? Is it something you have to whisper to me?
Yeah.
Oh, what is it?
We had to do toilet tissue.
Oh, you did? Really? Was it single ply or double ply?
It was double ply.
Double ply, okay.
And I told my boss, don't ever give me that again.
Oh, really? Now, what have you got in your hand here?
This is sophistication.
This is sophistication?
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. Look at this, everybody. Look at this calendar. Look at that. Wow. That makes me hungry, Lois. I'm telling you. And what are these other ones you've got all
This
wrapped
is
up?
unsophisticated.
This is unsophisticated?
Yes.
All right, let's find out. Oh, look at this. Those are fun. Those are fun. All right. Well, you know what we're going to do? We're gonna have a little bit of fun. You and I, we're going to take a commercial break here in a minute, and we're going to come back. And I thought maybe what you and I could do is make a couple of hot dogs together. What do you think? Would you folks like that? All right, we got more Late Night Saturday coming up right after this. All right, thank you very much and welcome back to the show. I am standing by here with Lois, and we're going to introduce some other special guests in just a moment. Lois, let's go ahead and fix your favorite style of hot dog. We've got Mackenzie Franks right here for you, so go ahead and dig in and tell us what you like on your hot dog.
Would you like to hear what I used to always say to them?
You had a special saying with all your condiments.
What would you like? Mustard, ketchup, relish, onion, sauerkraut, chili, cheese, or hot sauce?
And would you get people who would say, give me everything?
They'd want everything, yeah.
They'd want everything?
But they often said, hold the hot sauce.
Hold the hot sauce. All right, all right. So go ahead. What's your favorite condiment? Let's see you dress your favorite hot dog right now.
Oh, no.
Oh, no?
Oh, no.
Why not? You like it undressed?
I like it undressed.
Oh, Lois. Oh, yes.
How did you
All right.
know?
We weren't going to talk about sex. She's breaking rules all the time here. All right, she's going to go ahead and try. I'm going to try one with her in a moment as well, but we want to tell you that Mackenzie began making hot dogs in 1911 in the Federal Building, which is at the top of Church Street in Burlington. John Mackenzie also had a store that was located right where the parking lot to Bove's Restaurant is now located, and that means that they have been in the hot dog business for over 100 years. 100 years of making hot dogs. They have, that's right, that deserves a round of applause. The sales of hot dogs reach over 1 million pounds a year. Now that's a lot of weenies, isn't it? Right. Standing next to Lois here, we have, right next to her, we have got Bill Mackenzie, who is the grandson of the original founder of Mackenzie. Thank you very much for being here. And next to him, we have Greg. That's right, give him a round of applause. And standing next to him is Greg Rule. He is the general manager of Mackenzie's. We have something that Greg and Bill are going to go ahead and get for you right now. And it's a little something that the city, the marketplace, wanted to put together for you so that whenever someone's on Church Street and they remember the hot dog lady, they will always have this as a memory. Lois, take a look at the bronze plaque that was made in your honor that will now go on proudly on Church Street Marketplace. And, Lois, this plaque is going to be going on the storefront of Homefront, thanks to Frank Boucher, who is the owner of Homeport, and it is going to be mounted to the front of his store for
My
all
dear
those
friend.
passing by to see. Read, remember, and smile.
Is Frank here?
What's that?
Is Frank
He
here?
is not here. So, Lois Bodoky, thank you for all of your years of service. Lois Bodoky, everybody.